Mama, you've officially lost me. First things first, I just want to say that bony skeleton corpse bra Ana Mac finally got her head knocked off. Amen. I don't care what nobody say. Ana Mac and Biggie are the two scariest, most copping girls I ever seen in my entire life. Because how you gonna try to jump somebody and still get your ass beat up separately and together? And before Ana Mac and all her boosting insurance suppliers start jumping down in my comments talking about some, but Nunu started with her first. Girl, we get it. We know. We understand. Last season, she was 1,000% wrong for jumping at Ana Mac and Mariah, George Washington, and Jones situation talking about some, you put your hands on somebody's mama. If you put your hands on my mama, I would have did this, that, and that to you. Girl, we already know Lemmy Pepper and the squad told that girl to do that. She didn't give about that situation like that to be chiming in, girl. She wanted her camera time. She wanted to get out of that damn replacement house on the side and get some real camera time over here. She was tired of hanging out with J.O. and the girls. She wanted to be with the real team. So yeah, she confronted Ana Mac to create a storyline for herself, and Ana Mac has every right to be mad about that. But that all became null and void once Nunu and Big Kiva came into the new house, and Big Kiva started popping it with Ana Mac, and she said, Ana, do you want that? And everybody said, no. Ana's too small. So Big Kiva said, who want that for her? Nobody stepped up. Honey, Biggie in the back didn't say nothing. Taseki in the back didn't say nothing. Donna was the only person that stepped up and said, hey, I'll fight y'all. They get the rumbling, and on the side, you got Biggie and Ana scrapping and kicking on the side, baby. You talking about your face is cracked like sunny side up on a Sunday morning, but you don't want to go head up with the girl, but now you want to kick and plead on the side when it came down to Nunu and Big Kiva. Like, that makes no sense, Ana. You and Biggie are always doing shit. And Biggie, I just took up for you last episode, and now you disappointed me again. Like, Ana Mac genuinely believes that she's the only person that can pop her mouth all day long and nobody's supposed to say nothing to her. Nobody's supposed to touch her. Nobody's supposed to confront her. Like, she's always talking about people's kids, talking about their spouse, talking about their baby daddies, talking about their parents, putting her hands on different people, and she think nobody's supposed to come for her. Like, that really blows me. Like, bitch, who do you think you are? Then I'm confused on why Biggie feels so strongly, because ain't this the same girl that you confronted last episode, because she was sitting up there kicking and took your biggest op on the shopping spree. She took Stewie, aka Dragon Lashes, on the whole shopping spree. Then bought the flowers that the girl popped your ass in the head with. So this the same person that you want to run up to me, you're not gonna hit my friend Ana. You're not gonna hit my friend Ana. You don't see Taseki jumping in. Taseki know that girl wrong. Y'all went off to the side and Taseki told your big ass Miss Mucinex Monster that you don't need to be jumping in. You need to let them girls rock it and roll it out, because it ain't that serious. Like, girl, Biggie, I try to take off for you. I try to do all that I can for you. But at this point, I'm going to have to wipe my hands with you, sister. You're going to get beat up to the gods at the reunion, and I'm going to cheer it on. Then I keep trying to take out that you don't even have to watch a fight to know who won. Because whoever's twerking, whoever's screaming, or whoever's yelling, yeah, that didn't even beat me up. You didn't even beat me up. That's the one that lost. That's the one that got towed out the fucking frame. Like, Ana, you talking about some, oh, she didn't do nothing to me. Like, do you see me? She's the one who has the knot on her eye. No, you had the knot on your eye, babes. Anytime Nunu got her hands on you, she was punching you into the couch. You wasn't even hitting back. You didn't even pinch. Like, I'm telling you, she turned you every which way but loose. Then, Biggie, you trying to run up with that damn bow hoodie on. She pulled you out the bow hoodie and was knocking you. Then you decided to try to pull the bonnet over her head. How somebody have a bonnet over their head and they still knocking you? She knocking you this way, knocking that one that way. Like, girl, she got the Mucinex Monster and the quartz rock coming at her at the same time, and she knocked you bitches every which way but left. Please don't touch that girl no more. Leave her alone for the rest of the season. It was Tinko hard, though, this episode. Like, I'm probably convinced that Lemmy Pepper pulled Tink the Bleach Monster to the side and said, oh, baby, you ain't been hitting on nothing, Nathaniel, this season. Like, honey, you think you were anchored between the girls. You started drama between other people, but you don't have a storyline yourself. Like, outside of Meatball, you ain't hitting no shit. And you got 24 hours to turn that around, or I'm a single big juicy booty ass home. Allegedly. Like, you can tell when the girls get put on notice because they start issues with the most randomest people. Like, when did you have an issue with Grandma P and Dolly? Like, I get the whole Dolly situation because you threw something on her like 72 episodes back. But I would not be worried about that or wanting to fight her anymore, because Dolly should have came to you wanting to hook. Because if you threw liquor in my face, bitch, I would have got you right then and there at that donut shop. Down there at the meal, baby, when y'all was doing all that tussling and the wrestling out there in that field, baby, with all the mops flying around y'all, I would have got her right then and there. So I would not be worried about it. She ain't even confronted Taseki about that little fake fight or the fake fight that they had planned, and Taseki act like she didn't know nothing about, but she really did because she just wanted to put her hands on Dolly. Like, girl, scratch that. Like, Dolly is a non-factor over there look like Edward Scissorhands. Like, leave her where she at. I don't want to hear from him no more. She needs to go home. But Grandma P, like, come on now. You don't have an issue with that girl. Y'all squashed it like 62 weeks ago. She may not be my fave, but at this point, you just started with her to start with her. Because you know you going to get what you want from the girl. You know she going to throw her coat off real quick. She going to get out in the field with you. She going to give you the camera time that you really looking for. That's why she started with Grandma P. But in my head, I was just so confused because I'm like, the only person that would have an issue with Urkel is DTB, because her sister pulled up all the way from a whole nother state and kicked, like, judo kicked Diamond into the side of the club. That's the only person that should have an issue with Grandma P. Other than that, the girl really been chilling. She been cool. She been looking cute sometimes, you know, allegedly. But girl, you think you're looking for a moment and you know you're gonna get that from her, and that's why you always want to sneak the girl on the side and wait till security get in the way, and that's just lame as to me. And I'm sorry, but people like Akbar V get on my motherfucking nerves because they think that their opinion is law. Like, she always has something to say. Whenever somebody else is having a dispute, they having a conversation, here she go in the middle. I think this and I think that, and if it was me, I would have did this, and in my younger years, I would have did this. Girl, we don't want to hear about what you did in your younger years. In your younger years, you got beat up. In your younger years, you made all the wrong decisions. In your younger years, you was in the hospital too many times. In your younger years, you was behind bars, allegedly. Like, girl, we don't want to hear your advice. You did that with Diamond. You did that with Biggie. Like, you're always having an opinion, and like, I totally understood what she was saying in the moment by being like, Tink, you started with these two girls, nobody said nothing to you, you came up here looking for a moment, but in that time and in that situation right there, like, girl, just shut the fuck up, like, just collect your check and be quiet, pull it to Seki, and then y'all looking like two big walruses running around the damn pool table, like, cut it out, y'all did not really want to get the thumping, like, Akbar, you don't want to fight, and Tink, you damn sure didn't want to fight either, like, just shut up. Now, when it comes to Diamond crying on the bus, I was 1000% with her, because when people are arguing and fighting all day, every day, like, that is draining. Like, it gets to a fucking point. These girls are in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, some of them in their 50s, allegedly, Natalie Nunn. Like, girl, we getting too much fucking old for y'all to be arguing and fighting for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, is there ever a point in this process where we can have a kumbaya, where we can forget about the cameras and actually embrace each other and ask each other what's going on in our personal lives? Like, this is not like regular Bad Girls Club, y'all. Like, in Bad Girls Club, they would take your phone away for 2 months and you would just be exiled from the outside world. Like, you could live in La La Land. People could be passing away. Like, you could be losing friends. People could be having babies. People could be cheating on you, and you don't have no clue in the motherfucking world unless somebody email you about it. And then you can go shit in the house and then ask to go home. But 9 times out of 10, they wasn't finna let you do that. These girls still got their phones up in there. So you get a text every day like, hey, this person in hospice, like, oh, your man cheated on you. Oh, you're getting evicted. Oh, somebody took $600 out your account. Like, they don't have any cut off from the real world. So for Dom to be going through her aunt, you know, being on her deathbed, you know, and hopefully she hasn't passed away, and if she has, you know, rest in peace to her aunt. So sorry to hear about that, Diamond. Like, that shit is definitely stressful. And you having a breakdown in the back of the van to have Summer turn around talking about something, but then nobody give a fuck about fighting when my friend Dolly was fighting and broke her hand. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, it just shows the lack of immaturity, well, the lack of maturity inside of Summer. And I thought that this girl was like 22, 23, but it turns out that this girl is 28 years old, the same age as me. And for her to actually equate Diamond breaking down over not wanting to fight all day, every day, just in general, because she going through stuff and everybody going through stuff, to your friend fighting and nobody jumped in when she literally jumped in all the fights because she wanted to fight herself. Like, nobody was starting with her. Like, okay, bitch. And then what's the undercover beef between Dolly and DTB? Because all of a sudden Dolly keeps saying that Diamond is messy and Diamond is upset and Diamond ain't about that life. Like, I thought that y'all was cool from that as TV, but now all of a sudden you done teamed up with Summer and you got smoke for Diamond. Like, what's tea? And when they got to the club, did y'all see Rolly Brick James Polly with her nose tooted up in the air like somebody was thinking? Girl, I was looking around like, honey, you need to lift your arms up and spread them legs, because it may just be you. Then you got Ana Mac Delusional talking about some Nunu was trying to cover up the big knot on her forehead by having a bang. Meanwhile, she was trying to cover up her knot because she got her edges all the way down to her eyebrows like Erica Banks be having, and then had on them big movie screen shades that Ivory had on the other week because she was trying to cover up that big black eye. And this Slim storyline has officially turned into bullying. Like, can somebody please explain to me what's the real issue between the Newbies and Slim? Like, what did she ever do to them? Like, I'm trying to figure out why Emma Lord Farquhar Jackson has the biggest issue with that girl coming on the bus talking about something. I don't know why she here. This is the baddest Midwest bus. She ain't nothing but an assistant. Like, she ain't a part of the crew. She's not a baddie. Bitch, you're not a baddie. Like, Slim has done more in 1 episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes than you done did the entire season. Why are you still here? Slim should take your place, matter of fact. And I'm more than disappointed in Summer because I defended her this entire season when it came down to Jazz talking down on her, just for her to turn around and do the same thing to Slim. Talking about some, you ain't nothing but an assistant. Why are you standing in our face? Get our water. Get us a shot. Get us some chips. Like, get my luggage. Like, you ain't nobody. Like, you here for a check. Like, you ain't here for a check. That's what everybody here for. Talking down on somebody when you the bottom of the barrel in Detroit, like Jazz had said. Like, now I'm agreeing with Jazz at this point. Then you so gutter rat that you gonna have to know to bring up that girl daddy, knowing that was gonna strike her in her fucking core. Talking about some, I don't give a fuck what you went through with Rolly. I'ma never let you into this house. Like, you the indicator or you the main, like you Natalie Nunn of the new house or something. Bitch, who do you think you are? And you will be thinking that Summer has never experienced loss before, but I watched the interview with her and she said that her parents died at a very, very early age. Like, she was 12, 13, 14 years old. So you know what loss feels like. So why would you ever talk about somebody else's dead parent? Like, if I was Slim, I would have threw that back in his face, and you better do it at a reunion. And Slim, fight back. How the fuck you letting Summer whoop your ass? You got whooped on the bus. You got whooped outside. Like, god damn, she had you out there looking like an albino cockroach fighting for your life. Like, girl, you look like nights like this. I wish raindrops would fall. And I'm so tired of Rolly Rick James Polly acting like Slim can't defend herself. Like, what is she supposed to do? Just stand there while people are attacking her and be like, I'm an assistant. I'm an assistant. Like, these bitches acting like this is a summer internship.